I didn't realize that my mic was not on. I started the video and I realized that my mic was not on, but I realized that I didn't really do anything. So let's just do this over again. All right, let's look at the current stats. I'm at $5,000 roughly on the month. 50% win rate, taking 34 trades, 6 break-even trades, but that's I think 1 break-even trade on the current month that I'm in. 14 winners, 14 losers, 50-50 win rate. I'd really prefer to have a 55 to 60% win rate, but we'll see. Just kind of started trading this new approach to the market. We're up 9R on the month, almost 10R. This is what the stats are looking at. To be honest, these would be winners. So, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It is what it is. And then I had 3 losses in a row, and then I was able to recoup it. So yeah, we're not gonna stop backtesting until we finish off this month completely. So we have 4 more days in this month. Our goal is to get at least 2 more wins, 1 to 2R. That would put us at around 13R, I believe. If we can get 1 to 3s, and maybe I don't know if I'll push for 1 to 3. We'll have to see what the market gives us. But right now 50% win rate on this. But let's just get into it. We're not gonna stop until we're done with this session. So already on the new day, 1 minute until open. I just went forward, so we're at open. But just looking at this chart, if you watch my last trade recap video, right? I was saying that I wanted to figure out why we're coming down here. Like, okay, if we're coming down, what's the reason? And right now, it looks like we're rejecting off of this level, which happens to coincide with equilibrium and this order block here to hold price higher, and I'm seeing a rejection off of this, or beginning to have a rejection off of this. We are on a Friday, so I'm honestly not expecting us to make lower prices. I'm expecting us to come back into the range. That's just the characteristics of Friday. Fridays, you're not really making newer highs or newer lows. You're kind of just more so coming back into the range, so that's what I'm expecting. Probably looking to take a buy just off of this, just off of that weekly analysis, and then off of the daily analysis. So I want to take a closer look at the daily profile here. Right now it looks like we do not have a wick, but I honestly, usually when we don't have a wick on the day, that means we didn't make any significant low, so it could mean that we're coming back down. But given that it's a Friday, I feel like that takes more precedent. So just going off of the weekly and just going off of the daily, I still kind of want to be more bullish. But let's go down to the 4-hour and get a little bit closer look at what happened. So we opened here, really no wick here. We opened here, and right now there's a fair value gap on the lower time frame, but right now that's what I'm noticing. Let's just right off the bat see if we have any SMTs. I do not notice any. I do not think we have any on the daily chart, not any visible ones anyways. So nothing to really look at here other than the fact that we open here. We're overextended on the day, but I'm really not expecting us to come back down here. So if we are going higher, we could potentially target this high here for a definitive change in state that could potentially put us on buy side of the curve going forward, but we'll see. So coming into the 1-hour chart now, so this is when I mapped out these bullish. Oh wow, we're in here. So this invalidated this one. So I would like to see this hold, and this would be our new high here. So we could probably target this and this. Now looking at, yes, this high, just mark these out because these are very important, because if one takes the high before the other, it could mean a potential SMT. I would not want to see that, or it would mean that if I get into a trade, it would just mean that I have to get out of the trade early, because it could reverse from that point on, right? So we had a sweep, we came back down. I like that. This profile supports continuation. That's what I want to see. I want to see this fair value gap, or at least this order block hold price. I would like to see price respect consequent encroachment of this wick here. But yeah, these are the potential targets right now. I don't want to see it come back down. We actually have an inverse fair value gap here. So in one case, we could actually wick down here into here, tap into the order block, which would support price, and then go back up. So I will take that into consideration. But I think if this dumps or starts to dump, I might not take a trade, because it would invalidate the setup, and it's also a Friday, and Fridays can do weird things. It could chop, and I don't want to get caught up in chop, right? So right now I'm not really seeing any SMTs, just looking back and forth here. No SMTs in place that are holding us up to the top. as of right now, it looks pretty equal. So nothing really to see here on the 1 hour. The 30-minute is relatively the same, so we're just gonna keep going down until we can get some more information here. And market open, just open. So this is the 5-minute. If we're gonna get a change in state, it's gonna be here. And then as of right now, I want to see a 2-stage SMT of some sort. That would be nice. 2-stage SMT or SMT and a PSP, which would be 2 cracks in correlation. And yeah, but that would be our change in state. I'm trying to see which one is the leading asset. I can't really tell right now. I would have to possibly wait for an SMT to see. Like, for example, if one took to London and the other didn't. So I don't know if I want to go down further. Then we can probably stay on 3 minutes. So let's just see how this develops here. So we're going down lower right now. That is NASDAQ right now is the one going down lower. ES is holding its ground. So I honestly wouldn't be upset at NASDAQ taking London low, because then that would put in an SMT. ES is kind of rallying right now, but that's really nothing to me right now. I would need to see see, we're dumping, and we potentially have an SMT here, but I'm honestly not really looking for lower prices, but we are disrespecting, it looks like, this 30-minute fair. Is it a 30-minute fair value gap? No, it's not. It's an hourly fair value gap. We're disrespecting it, but as I said, we could come back into this inverse. This hasn't closed just yet, so we still could reject off of it and then go back up. I'm not looking for lower prices. If this invalidates this, I might not take a trade. And you could argue, well, I could flip my bias and then just trade. I don't know if I want to do this in this case, especially on a Friday of all days, you know what I mean? So I want to see an SMT put in. So I'm thinking maybe potentially NASDAQ might take London low, but let's just see. This doesn't mean much to me, to be honest. Yeah, no. We'd have to probably invalidate this fair value gap here. And we're coming lower again. And we didn't actually take out London low yet. Looks like we're holding. We're coming up on 10 o'clock. We still don't really have any bullish signals. ES is chopping. We do not have any. Let me go down to the 3-minute. Nope, nothing. I don't really want to look at the 3-minute. The 5-minute is cleaner. Now, if we were to close above this, I might consider it, but right now, we also still don't have an SMT. Nope, we do not, right? So I'm gonna, oh, wow, that's actually, okay, there we go. There we go. I'm gonna actually go to the 3-minute or the 2-minute, because it looks like we have a change in state now. It's 10 o'clock. Okay, I like what I'm seeing here. The leading asset is actually ES, so I'm going to actually take a long from here. It's 10 o'clock, so I'm expecting a retrace. The only issue is I don't have an SMT. I don't have an SMT, like, at all here. Like, at all, which is not good. Wait. Wait. We do! Right here. With this low. Why didn't I see that? God, sometimes it's so tricky to spot SMTs. Right here. And obviously ES didn't take this low, so that is the leading asset, so I would want to take it on ES and not NASDAQ. So that means my stop would actually have to be like down here, because this is the protected low, right? Yeah, that would be the protected low. So then I would target, my targets are, oh wow, all the way up there. I don't think I'm gonna go, maybe I'll go for like a 1 to 3 in this case scenario. Maybe we can push the profit a little bit. Like that. I think we can, because ES Nas still has some ways to go. So they're both going higher. And we're coming into 10, so we're gonna get a retrace in. I hope this should be a protected low, so I don't think I should get stopped out. Hopefully, if this continues as I think it should. Okay. I kind of want to put it down here. But this should be a protected low, because that would mean that because Nas took the low, so we shouldn't technically see a retracement back to this area here. I'm going to place the trade. Kind of nervous, but yeah. I think this is looking good. We have an SMT. I mean, it would be great if we had a PSP or a double a two-stage SMT here. Do we have a PSP at least? No, we do not. We do not. We do not have two cracks in correlation, at least not that I've noticed. But we could put one in. That's my thing. We could put one in. I kind of want to put it at the low here, but I'm just going to, like, not do that. Okay. I'm kind of nervous. Alright. We have our SMT. Let's trade in. Yeah. I want to... Wait. What the frick? Okay. No. The SMT is still holding. I should probably... if this continues, then I probably should have put my... Oh my god. Wait. Or not? This is why I hate Fridays. Because what is this chop? It's chopping, bro. Oh my gosh. Fridays, man. That is just diabolical. That is oh god, I should have... Oh my gosh, I thought that could happen. I should have just put it down here. I should have followed my instincts. I would have still been in the trade. And it would have played out and it would have hit my TP. Although, unfortunately, I would have had to go for 1-2. This is what you get for diverging from the plan. I should have put my stop down here. The SMT actually still held, but I had to have put my stop down here. I thought this would have been a protected low, and it was not. But as you see, the trade still worked out. I just did not have my stop in the right place. But that is crazy. Like, I know I was expecting a retracement because we were coming into the 10 a.m. open. Because, you know, open, low, high, close. But I didn't expect such a deep retracement. And then Nas retraced really deep as well. Like, wow. Really, really deep. Twice. This is why it's best to take the trade on the stronger asset. Because this is definitely something, like, I used to religiously only take trades on NASDAQ. And... if I would have entered on the change in state, but I would have got manipulated. And then let's say I tried to enter twice because I see another change in state and an inverse fair value, I would have got manipulated again. But because I took the asset on the stronger asset, I only lost once. I wasn't willing to get back in at that point, but it's just a shame. I should have put my stop down here. I didn't expect such a deep retracement. So let's look at that 4-hour candle and see exactly what happened. So... I moved it, but yeah, so, I mean, honestly, the 4 hour is not really telling me much. It's not really giving me that, kind of formation that I'm looking for in terms of the 4 hour profile, but yeah, if I'd put my entry, my stop at where I initially wanted to put it, I would have still been in the trade and I wouldn't have been stopped out. That's a shame. So, but again, you saw the trade technically did work out. It's unfortunate that we gotta be taken out. So this is a Monday. Okay, it's a Monday. Mondays can either put in the low of the week or just go up. And then we put in the low for the week on Saturday. And yada, yada, yada. So just looking at the new week. We're coming off of this order block here. I don't know if I'm going to get that R&R that I want, if I'm being honest, which would really suck. But let's just see. not really seeing too much. If we're looking at like the open, we opened here. Looks like we're kind of rejecting off of this bearish fair value gap a little bit right now. So we could be looking at shorting. Because we do have a lot of low resistance below us. So, and it looks like we kind of do have an SMT where we took this high, but we haven't taken this high on NASDAQ. So we somewhat potentially may have an SMT type situation here, but I don't know if that will hold. But that would also mean that we got a sweep of these highs, so that could also mean lower prices as well. Is that straight? Yeah, so that could also mean lower, because we had a sweep, SMT, just put it in for now. So we could be looking at lower prices just looking at this. I can label it buy side liquidity. I usually can tell these things intuitively, so I haven't been really labeling them as much, but this would be another buy side liquidity. Wouldn't be surprised if that's giving very bearish signals here. SMT in play. I'll probably less put it out as a potential SMT. So where did we open on the day again? Right here. Not a very significant low, and we're actually coming back to it. I'll probably be a little bit more bearish, but we'll have to see because that could always change depending on where we're bouncing off of. I want to look at the daily profile just a bit more. So let's go down to the 1 hour. But it's also good to note that we're actually in a fair value gap. I didn't realize that as well. But it looks like ES is like overtaking it. But we do have a lot of low resistance. I'll actually mark out this if we're going back down for whatever reason. So this is technically a low. Right here. This is a low. And this is a low. Though then again, though, I'm not necessarily expecting us to come back all the way down here. And this is a low. We'll just have to see. I'm thinking bearish right now, but a lot of bullish order flow, so a little cautious here. Oh, but we had a change in state. Ha! So maybe we are going lower. Wow, that's so aggressive. Oh my gosh. Let's go down lower. I'm not really seeing much. SMT in place. This is such an awkward area. I'm not gonna lie. It's such an awkward area. What is this again? Is this like one of those highs I marked out? Or lows? What the hell is that? Oh, it's today's opening, but it's so distracting. I'm gonna actually get rid of it. It's actually really distracting. Okay. SMT in play. So we do have some 15-minute bearish fair value gaps. I would like those. Oh, we have a 30-minute actually. If we're going to continue lower, I would like these to hold. It's nice to pair this with like a PD array, because otherwise I'm like, this is such a, because it's such a weird area, right? So if we were going to go lower, I would want to see something like this hold. That was a 30-minute. Let's do this. And technically, this fair value gap is not really closed on. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Never mind. Okay. 9:30. We're just dumping here. I'm not that convinced to go lower just because of that. I want to see a move back into this and then maybe a sweep like that. Perfect. Perfecto mundo. Okay, we're busting through it. Dang, NASDAQ, yo, I swear. ES is lagging. We're rejecting. ES is holding. I want to see, if we're going lower, I want to see us hold. I'm actually going to use the 1 minute because, okay. If this takes this high, this just broke the SMT. But if we do get, oh, but actually, it could be a new SMT because it could be a 2-stage. It could be a new SMT because ES hasn't taken this high, so we'll just have to look and see what we're dealing with here. Oh, wow, okay. That's great. This is a 2-stage SMT. Exactly what I want to see. And it didn't take that high, so that is definitely a 2-stage SMT. SMT. I want to take it on ES because it's the weaker asset. And where are my targets? Did I not mark out my targets, yo? What the frick? I didn't mark it out on, we have actually a lot of liquidity here. We can target lots of it, actually. Hourly lows. We have another one here. And we have another one here. I don't expect us to get all the way down here, though. That's the thing. So maybe let's use equilibrium all the way to the top. So like here is probably like the most realistic one. Let's go back to 3 minute. Or 1 minute, I think. 3-minute change in state. I think if we enter after that, it'll be too late. So I probably is best to enter on the 1 minute. Now, SMT's here, so this should be protected. So if I were gonna short, I'll probably wait for a retracement. This should be a protected high. Wait, or should I take it on NASDAQ? Because, oh, this is scaring me. Let's just do a little bit higher in case we get wicked out, which we shouldn't. This is looking good. So let's do that. Tuesday's SMT. Do we have... no PSP though. On a 50-minute maybe? Would this be considered a PSP? I think we do have a PSP actually. Because this candle's green and that candle's white. So we do have a PSP. 2-stage SMT and a PSP. Right? Alright. I'm not 100% sure. I need to really study PSPs more. Whatever. I'm taking the trade anyways. Let's just... Jesus! Come on! What the frick, bro? Oh, frick. Am I gonna get taken out again? No. Why? We had a change in state. There's no reason we should have went higher like that. This is just wicked. No freaking way. You're freaking kidding me, right? What the hell happened? Maybe because I should have waited for the change in state on the 3-minute. Maybe that's why. Because there's still an SMT, and we actually have a PSP here, for like a real one this time. Not to say the last one wasn't real, but this one's a more definitive PSP. See, we even have one on the 5-minute right here. I think this is the real move. This is freaking crazy. That 10 o'clock manipulation always be getting me, bro. But do I take the trade? I don't really see a change in state on the 3-minute. I see it on the 1-minute, but like... Nah, I'm not making that mistake again. I'm gonna need to see this shit dump, bro. Now it's dumping. Fucking hell, this stupid ass thing, I swear to God. This sucks. Why is Naz always... Don't tell me today's chopping, bro. No, it's... Break even. I don't care. Alright, let me see. ES was the first one to hit. I'm actually going to take 50% of the position off. And I get full profit if it reaches the lower end of this. No. I should have just took it at this, which wasn't even like 2R. Ugh, that sucks, guys. We got back some of it, but like not as much as I wanted. Actually, like, no, actually, we actually ending the day negative. So once again, both times the trade did work out, but I got manipulated by that 10 a.m. open. And I think maybe, even though we had the 2-stage SMT, like we literally had a 2-stage SMT and an actual PSP this time, I'm thinking I got manipulated because I was just too in the 1 minute, bro. I was just too in the 1 minute. Because like right here, we had like a 1 minute change in state, and with inverse fair value up in an order block. So I was thinking like, okay, this is it. And then we were also dumping on NASDAQ. We actually had a change in state on this, kind of the same situation actually, like literally the exact same situation. Change in state, fair value gap, and it's like, what time is it? It's like 9:50, but I got manipulated by the macro and the 10 a.m. open. So the 10 a.m. open of that candle was the real move. This is something that's actually happened before, where I get in early and I get manipulated by that 10 a.m. candle. So that's something I'll have to be aware of. In fact, let me write that down. So I think maybe if I see an entry and it's close to the 950 macro, I think I should probably wait until 10, because usually 10 is open high, low, close, right? So I think that's probably getting manipulated by the 10 a.m. candle. Because the direction is right, it's just that 10 a.m. candle, and then also it could just be that I'm just too zoomed in, which made the again, it's a situation where I'm just too eager to get in. So I think right now I'm going to try to keep my entries on the 3 minute at minimum. I probably might not even use a 2 minute, although I do love the 2 minute. But I'll probably just use the 3 minute, because if I'd used the 3 minute, I wouldn't have gotten manipulated, because this looks nothing like a change in state right here. Like, absolutely nothing. Not on NAS, not on ES, right? A change in state would happen here. Clearly, this does not look like a change in state on NAS. But if I waited until 10, I would have had this manipulation here, right here. Well, actually, it's not even a real manipulation. Shit. So, well, it's not a real manipulation, but we came up. Then we're practically both dumping at this point. We have a change in state on NAS, not so much on ES just yet, but then we come down. Once this happens, I could have entered at the order block, so I could have probably did something like this, and maybe put my stop here, and then, but I think it would have only, the bad thing about this is that it would have only been, a 1 to 5. If I'd enter on, I think, no, because it didn't even reach the target, so it fell short of the target. ES is definitely the better one to have taken this on. The only sad thing is that this was a 1 to 5 trade. Oh, did I just say 1 to 5? 1 to 1.5 trade. So if I'd gone for that 2R, I wouldn't have gotten it. So at this point, though, I would have probably moved my stop to break even. So this trade would have been a break even trade. So I think to combat this, I'm just going to take trades on the 3-minute, because that's why the 1-minute is so risky, because you can get manipulated. And because I really wanted to be in the trade and potentially get a better R&R, I was just too eager to enter on the 1-minute. If I'd waited and done the 3-minute, I would have gotten my trade, but it would have fell short. So this probably would have still ended up as a break even, but I ended up negative on the day, so that's not good. So let's try and do that. Let's try and only take trades on the 3-minute. So once again, my direction is right. I just keep getting manipulated, unfortunately. So let's just try and avoid that. But as you can see, like, Monday ended up as a neutral candle. It didn't really go much of anywhere. Really small range day. So there's that. Once again, I'm just gonna go back to this weekly chart, just because I think this is where we're respecting right now, and I want to write out that level. Now, going into the daily, speaking of which, how much days do we have on this? So we have Tuesday and Wednesday, we have 2 more days in this month. Right now, we are up 8R on the month. So let's see if we can get one or two more wins. Let's see if we can do it. This shit's hard, but it's honestly because of my blunders. So we definitely put in a relevant low. I'm thinking we're going higher. I'm going with a bullish bias, and that's just basically off of where we opened. We opened low, and then we're going up. So I'm thinking that we just put in the low of the day, and we're potentially going higher now. No SMT that I can see. So, yeah. That's really it on the daily, I guess. So 4-hour, I already marked out where we opened, which was like here. So we have a relevant low put in. So I'm not expecting us to come back lower. And that's the same thing on ES here. So I'm thinking that if we're going to target any high, it's going to be this. And then this one is high resist. Wait. Yeah, it's high resistance because it's all the way up here. So I don't think we're going to get up here. So, but we could get part of the way there. I don't know. So, let's see if we can find any... Oh, frick. I was seeing if we were going to be any near bullish PD rays, but the most relevant one is back all the way back down here. See, as you can see, we expansion met with expansion, but this is actually a low. So we put in a low, so we should be, if we're using GTX logic, right, we should be expanding. We should continue to expand. We might grab liquidity, and I'm looking... Oh, so basically what I'm looking for is some type of manipulation to go higher. Right now, I really don't like these kind of conditions. I like to have... If I'm going to be, like, looking to go higher, I want to have, like, clear bullish PD rays. And you could say that, well, we do have this order block. I don't really like using order blocks. Super Pel is up. They're kind of weird. There's no SMT put in, so, and no bullish. Then again, we just opened, so I want to see. Okay, we're just bulldozing up. Is that what we're doing here? Wait a minute. No SMT. Yeah. So I'm not interested in this. Whatever the hell it's trying to do right now, to be honest. Now, if it went up here and took this high, then I'd probably immediately switch my bias and just go bearish. But I want to see some... I want to see... What the hell? Let me go back. What is going on? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's what. I need to see a liquidity sweeper and SMT. I don't see any of that. So, well, I mean, you could argue, well, this here, we took the low of this, and, so technically it's an SMT with a PSP. Oh god, it technically freaking is. But, like, it gave me no warning here. I don't know. I don't know about this. No. It could freaking expand 100 points. I still wouldn't give a damn. See? For reasons... For reasons exactly like this. Yeah, I called it. I freaking called it, right? I want to see some type of liquidity grab here. Oh, that's why. Shit, wait a minute. What time is it? 9:45? Shit, I might change my bias just because we actually have a potential SMT put in here. And it's a little bit late in the day already, even though it's only 50 minutes into open for us to... But I'm still being hyper careful, but I'm just saying this is kind of sus. We could go higher, but we also could go lower. What was my initial bias again? It was bearish. No, bullish. It was bullish. But I was waiting for some type of liquidity grab. But we have an SMT put in at the top, and it's 9:45. So, what the hell is all of this, bro? Oh my god. Frick, that's a nightmare to look at. Strong rejection. So, I feel like this could go either way at this point. Ow, my leg hurts. So can I use this point here? No, I cannot. Can I use this point here? I could. It's a very awkward place to do it though. Yeah, so we'll use this point here, because that's where the SMT is, and then this point. Now, do we have a PSP by any chance? Yes, this candle is green. This candle is... Well, actually, maybe not. Let's go to 5 minutes, sorry. This candle is green! And this candle is white. But that could change. I said I'd use 3 minute, right? So let's use 3 minute. The only issue is that, like, not NAS, but do I want to take this trade? Because usually this is a closer asset, right? But I have the most space on NASDAQ. I'm still confused at what asset I should be taking it on. I should be taking it on the stronger asset, so I guess in a way I should probably be taking it on S&P, right? That's just how it goes. Coming up quickly on the 10 a.m. The 10 a.m. candle. So this is the manipulation candle we're in right now. This is the manipulation candle, and the 10 a.m. candle should definitely see some type of expansion. So that's probably what I'm going to be waiting for. Gotta keep that in mind. I want to see some movement to the upside now. We're coming lower. We're still coming lower, but we're coming into that. Okay, we're going lower. Unless the move is really lower. Which in that case, I don't really care. If it falls, it falls. I won't be taking a trade. Frig, that's exactly what it did. Shit. 10 o'clock open, bro. Oh my god. It's falling. Why do I know? Because it's 10 o'clock. That's why. We didn't take that high, so the SMT is still in play. I don't have another SMT in play though. Or a PSP. This is a weird little situation, I'm not gonna lie with you. I don't know. And if that's the case, what are we aiming for? See, we just took London low. Where are we going? I don't know. This is weird. See, now we're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, genuinely, like, what the hell? So we hit equilibrium, and we took out London low. We didn't take out London here. So what is this? Like a bullish moving now? Like, what the what? You guys are probably thinking, like, bro, you're all over the friggin' place, bro. I really am. I'm not gonna lie, I really am. That's because we're getting such mixed signals. Let me see what this 4-hour candle look like, because I don't want to, like... What the fuck? It looks to me like we're chopping. Shit. I think we're in a daily consolidation. Which, if we're in a daily consolidation, I tend to lose a lot of money in a daily consolidation, you know. I don't know. It looks to me like price doesn't know what the hell it wants to do, bro. I don't think I'm taking a trade on this. It's like, it doesn't know what it wants to do. It's low. It's going low. What the fuck? No way. This order block held. Ah, it really was a short opportunity. Ah. It's too late for us to get in. I was waiting, and then we had an SMT put in here, bruh. Ah! I totally misread that one. Damn. We had a two-stage SM... Well, is it a two-stage? No, it's not. We had an SMT up here, but then we had another SMT put in here. So that validates the move. So we could have entered right here on this order block. Oh my frig. This was a really good trade. Could have entered right here. Stop right here. And targeted freaking like... What the... Ah! No! Would it have been more clear on the 5 minute? This is actually very infuriating. We saw the SMT. We went lower. 10 o'clock opens. Make this order block here. We take out. We put in an SMT. Could have entered right here on the order block. We would have been tapped in, and then we would have just like freaking fell off the face of the earth. Damn, that is such a good opportunity with really great R&R. But I'm not gonna lie, I probably wouldn't have taken this R. I probably would have taken it at Asia, so it would have been more like 1 to 3. That sucks. I don't think we're gonna get a trade today. But if I'm being honest, even though I was like, I'm all over the place, guys, it was kind of hard to tell what it wanted to do. I was expecting a continuation, right? So I was expecting bullish prices, and then I kind of flipped my bias, and I was just like, I mean, I did the good thing of not getting in a trade because I didn't know what the hell was going on. And this is Friday. We're not really, you don't really expect to make, you're not really, like, making lower lows on a Friday is kind of not normal. I'm not saying it can't happen, but like, and not only that, it looks like we're in a daily consolidation, which is just like, not, what the fuck? Oh, today's our last day. Today's our last day. Wait, today wasn't a Friday. Today was a Tuesday. Wait, why did I think it was a Friday? It's a Tuesday. If I had known it was a Tuesday, I probably would have anticipated lower prices. What the frick? Why did I think it was a Friday? Oh my god, it's a freaking Wednesday, bro. But now, I'm just like, okay, Tuesday put in the low, so we're probably going to trade back into the range. We're probably going to make higher highs now. My only concern is that we are really overextended right now. We are really overextended. This is my last day in the month, but we have a change in state. Hey. Potentially. It looks like we have a change in state. It looks like we violate expansion met with expansion is clear signs of a reversal. My only issue is that we really expanded a lot. So maybe, I don't know. This wickless candle is telling me that we're going to come back into the range. Probably not get all the way down here, but at least come back into it. But at the same time, expansion met with expansion. If we go to the one, actually, let me see something on the, yeah, so same thing here. Oh, there's a clear SMT here. So I wouldn't really use this to enter a trade for today, but there was an SMT put in here to signal that bullish prices. But I want to see, yeah, so it's expansion met with expansion, which in some, I guess, could be viewed as New York should be a continuation of said expansion. The only issue is that we don't have any targets. I would say I'm a little bit more bullish, but we have taken out all these highs, so we could see a retracement back into the range, especially since we're really far up. And then also that daily candle, like the bottom of the candle has no wick, so I could totally see at least a 50% retracement back into the range from here, if I'm being honest, which would coincide roughly with near market open. But that would be very, I don't know about that though, just because we have expansion met with expansion. So this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I would need to see more information from price. I would need to see more information, but I feel like this could go either way. We could continue to expand. The only issue is that we don't have any targets, and the closest target is way up here. So I'm leaning more towards a retracement just because we're up so high on the day already. We have no wick at the bottom, so we haven't made a meaningful low on the day. Plus, if you look at the 4 hour, we do have an inverse fair value gap and a fair value gap, so we might want to revisit these areas before we potentially like go higher ultimately. I'm not gonna lie, these kind of areas where we're kind of like setting up a reversal into buy side of the curve is like very difficult areas to trade, if I'm being honest. Today is a Wednesday. It would be great if we could get a dub, but this is very tough. I'm not gonna lie, this is very tough. I don't know if we want to come higher or lower. Let's see. If we have like a bullish PD array that we fail, I can be like, oh, okay. So we do have a bullish PD array here. I'm actually not expecting this to hold. we're just too far up. We're too far up. I really don't think we're going higher. Usually when you take an important level, like such as this, we freaking took equal highs. I think we're coming back into the range. I would be a little bit more bearish on this if I'm being honest. I wouldn't be bullish. So I'm coming in with a bearish bias, that's for sure. We already have a 5-minute change in state. I want to use 3-minute, but like, nah, let's use 5-minute for this one. So yeah. Oh wow, that's really strong. Oh, we have an SMT put in, or do we? We do, right? We do. We have an SMT put in, and I'm trying to see something. SMT put in. Do we have a PSP? I think we do. Yeah, I think we have a PSP as well. Well, let's go to 3-minute because I think we're dumping, bro. What is the leading asset? ES. ES is. Well, we're still early. We're still very early. See, that's what I meant. We're still very early. So you could also view this as like inverse fair value gap. We're holding the fair value gap, but I don't know. I'm not really convinced. See? See? Imagine you enter that instant takeout, instant wipeout. So SMT once again, we're still holding this. So in a way I could enter here right off the bat. I could do that. Should I do that? I could totally enter here. We have a clear change in state. We have an order block. Alright, we'll give this a stab. This really should be a protected swing point. Should I just put it at the high like usual, guys? I'm definitely thinking we're coming back into the range. I'm just going to definitely target 1 to 2. I don't want to over leverage though, so yeah, so we're coming back to the order block. Or should I wait? I could also just wait for like it to start dumping and then get in on the trade then, like so. But we're getting another. See, I'd be under some drawdown right now, so I have to be a little bit careful because I want to get in when it like starts dumping. See, it's getting really. It would have got really close to my stop. This would have made me a little bit nervous, but because we're coming up on that 10 o'clock, and I would have been out of the trade. Yeah, I waited for it. I don't want to get manipulated. The only issue is that this SMT did not hold. So that SMT is now invalid. I'm actually happy I didn't enter that. I was going to, because I keep getting manipulated, I thought like, you know what, I'm just going to wait until it like starts coming down. But it's looking like this is holding. I'm actually not... That fair value gap held. So... But we have an SMT down here actually. So I actually can probably long this because the fair value gap actually held. Delete this. It held clearly. But the only, I don't even know if I want to long either though. There is an SMT down here. That's for sure, right? SMT between this and we have, it looks like a PSP potentially. We do. My only concern is that do I want to take this trade? We held in the fair value gap, so we're going up. So this was like a 10 a.m. Yeah. I'll take the trade. Why not? I'll take it. Or are we already like continuing up? Because we already did. Shit. Should I just enter the trade now? Should I just enter it? Because it might not come back to me. The take profit is really what time is it? 10:30. So I'm not gonna risk my capital. It didn't move far away, but I'm not at this point. I do not want to see it come back down, right? And we got taken out. And it looks like it's chopping. It's chopping. Let's move this up to 3 minutes. It's chopping, yeah, it's chopping. The best entry would have been here, but 1 to 2, I would have still not got my 1 to 2 though, so that's that. Why do I feel like ES moves more? Because the SMT, this one was the SMT. Wait. Oh my god, I actually took the trade on the wrong asset. I should have took it on NASDAQ. Oh my gosh, because this is the one that put in the SM. Oh my god. I'm fumbling so hard. But I don't think this would have... I was not looking for longs, if I'm being honest. But you guys already know that. So, and then, yeah, I wouldn't have gotten the 2 to 2 either. Like, oh my gosh. The price, like... Price has been so terrible with delivery and stuff. So it looks like I would have moved my stop to break even, so I would have been at break even regardless. But it looks like it would have hit if I left the trade alone. But this would have been fulfilled around 1 o'clock. Hit around 2. So here's the thing. All my trades directions do work out. I either get manipulated or price is doing some bull crap. So the unfortunate thing is that we ended 8% R on July, and we got a lot of losses towards the end. A lot of them from manipulation. Yeah, we could have had that win on Tuesday, but I couldn't get a good read on price. You guys probably like you're probably thinking like, oh, this girl can't trade. She can't trade for shit. I probably can't. Still learning. I don't know. I'm just trying to follow my strategy, right? A lot of it's just that initial analysis. It's a Monday again. Or no, shit, it's a Thursday. Sorry. This week is not finished. The month is finished, though. Alright. 8R in the month is not bad, though. But it's still not good. Like, in terms of the month, it's not a good sample size for whether the strategy is, like, good or not. Alright, let's stick to our rules, right? Well, actually, we're done with the... Yeah, this video is going into an hour now. So, actually, we're gonna call it here, and I'll just continue it in another video. So, yeah. I hope you learned something. It's unfortunate that we can get a couple more wins. We still ended up 8R on the month, so hey, that's something. But yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully I can gain some more consistency as I go through this. But yeah, anyways, peace. See you in the next one.